Sound design is what makes your video feel like something. It controls pacing, it adds depth, and it connects your audience to what's happening, even when they don't realize it. You can have great visuals, clean edits, nice color, but if your audio isn't right, the whole thing just feels off. And the opposite is also true. A simple clip with the right sound can feel cinematic. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to actually build your sound inside CapCut step by step. Not just what to add, but why you're adding it. So you're not guessing anymore, you're designing it. I'm Dina, and I'm here to help you master CapCut the easy way. Let's jump in. Let's start with the most important layer, your voice. This is the anchor of your entire video. It carries the message, the story, everything. So if your audience struggles to hear you, nothing else matters. Let's jump into CapCut and I show what I mean. Select your voice clip and open the audio settings. First, set your volume. You want your voice sitting around -6 to -12 decibels. That's where it feels strong and clear without clipping. Then turn on normalized loudness. This keeps your volume consistent throughout your video so it doesn't randomly jump up or drop down. If your voice sounds a bit flat, turn on enhanced voice to clean it up slightly. And if there's background noise, use reduce noise, but don't push it too far. Too much and it starts sounding artificial. Now, here's the key rule. Your voice is always the priority. Everything else sits underneath it. Now let's bring in music. Music sets the emotional tone of your entire video. Before anything even happens, your audience already feels something just from the music. Sometimes I even pick the music first because it tells me how the edit should feel. Inside CapCut, place your music under your voice, then immediately lower it. Start around -20 or -30 decibels. Then listen carefully. If the music is competing with your voice, it's too loud. If you barely notice it but still feels the mood, that's exactly where you want it. Think of music as the foundation. It holds everything together, but it doesn't take over. Now this is where sound design actually starts. You're not just adding random sounds, you're building layers. The first layer I usually add is ambient sound. This is the background noise of your environment. Without it, your video feels empty. Even if everything else is there, it just feels unnatural. Because in real life, there's always something in the background. This could be wind, distant traffic, birds, water. What this does is it grounds your scene. It tells your audience where they are without saying it. But keep it subtle. It should sit quietly in the background, not draw attention. Next, we add sound that match what's happening. Things like footsteps, typing, objects moving, and this is where timing matters. If the sound is even slightly off, it instantly feels wrong. So zoom into your timeline, line everything up properly, and match the sound exactly to the action. When you get this right, your edit feels real. Now we move into the part that really changes how your edit feels. This is where you go from just editing to actually designing your video. Whooshes are all about movement. They make your audience feel direction, speed, and weight. So instead of just seeing something move, they feel it. You can use them for objects moving, camera movement, transitions. Now, not all whooshes feel the same. A deep, heavy one feels cinematic and powerful. A lighter one feels fast and smooth. A whip feels sharp and sudden. So instead of just picking one randomly, think about the feeling you want. Now risers. Risers build tension. They create that feeling that something is about to happen. You can use them before a reveal, a scene change, an important moment. A really good trick here is layering. Add a low rumble underneath, something you almost feel. Then add a higher riser on the top for intensity. You're building anticipation. And then comes the release, impact. This is where everything lands. You've built the tension, now you pay it off. Impacts tell your audience, this moment matters. You can use them on a cut, on a reveal, to emphasize something. Deep impacts feel dramatic, sharp ones feel precise, but timing is everything. It has to sit exactly with the visual, so zoom in on your timeline and make sure you place the impact sound effect exactly where it matches with the visuals so you maximize the payoff. And then there's clicks. Simple but very effective. Clicks are perfect for fast sequences. If you've got quick cuts, adding a click to each one gives your edit rhythm. It makes everything feel tighter and more controlled. And then you can finish with an impact to land that sequence. Something like this. And this is where it all comes together. You're not just using these sounds individually, you're combining them. Riser with impact. Whoosh with impact. Clicks with impact. You're controlling how your audience moves, waits, reacts. That's when your edit starts feeling intentional. Once you start working like this, you realize it's not just about having loads of random sounds. You need a mix that actually works together. So we put together a pack that covers your core sounds like whooshes, risers, impacts, and clicks, plus additional sounds for transitions and more detailed edits. Everything is designed to be simple and actually usable. If you want it, links in the description. Now let's talk about something people completely ignore: silence. Because sound design isn't about filling every second. It's about contrast. If everything is loud all the time, nothing feels important. But when you drop into silence, everything changes. It creates tension. It gives your edit space to breathe. And when sound comes back in, it hits harder. Sometimes removing sound is the most powerful thing you can do. Sound doesn't have to be literal. Just because you see something doesn't mean you have to match it exactly. Instead, think about how you want your audience to feel. You can exaggerate moment or build emotion. For example, you can suggest things happening off screen. Say you're sitting in your room and you add a windy or rainy sound. You immediately suggest that there's a bad weather out there, even though we don't see it. Or add a scream or fight sound between two people. We know something is off with the neighbors. Sound lets you expand your story beyond what's visible. Now let's fix something that instantly makes your edits feel more professional. J-cuts and L-cuts. Open your timeline. Right now, your clips probably cut like this. Video and audio change at the same time. That can make edits feel harsh. So here's the J-cut. Select your second clip, right-click and choose separate video. Now take that audio and drag it slightly to the left so it starts before the video. Now when you play it back, you hear the next scene before you see it. That's a J-cut. It prepares your audience for what's coming and makes the transition feel smooth. Now do the opposite. Take the audio from your first clip, separate it, then drag it so it continues after the cut. Now the visuals change, but the sound continues. That's an 𝗙𝐸𝗏. This is a small change, but it makes a huge difference. Your edits stop feeling choppy and start flowing naturally. Finally, mixing. This is where you balance everything. Go through your timeline and check. Nothing is clipping, your voice is clear, music sits underneath, effects are balanced. Keep your main audio around -6 to -12 decibels. If something feels off, adjust it. Good sound design is about balance. Sound is what gives your video depth. It adds emotion, tension, and intention to everything you create. And once you start thinking in layers like this, your edits instantly feel more professional. So take this, start experimenting, and see what works for you. If this helped you, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on the notification so you won't miss anything from us. Now go create something incredible, and I'll see you in the next one.